Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Mana Cave. My name is Ed.
My name's Travis.
Travis?
Yes, sir.
We are doing the second round of our post-pre-release Innistrad Midnight Hunt kit battles.
Yes.
The first one, I had a black-blue deck.
Yeah.
You had a green-white deck?
Green-white, yeah. Green-white humans, I guess.
What do you
Tokens,
have?
really.
What do you have this time?
I have a blue-black deck, which, having seen yours in action, is similar, but there's definitely different avenues that I went, because I had different cards and everything. But, no, I'm pretty excited about it. I think I'm really going to hopefully see a lot of those decayed zombies, and hopefully find out just how good and or bad they are.
It sounds like, from what you were telling me before, it's going to end up being zombies versus werewolves, because mine is almost entirely composed of werewolves or wolves. So mine's red-green, and so I'm kind of excited because it's not. I mean, a lot of the times I'll default to at least playing some combination
Splash
with blue.
blue.
Yeah, exactly. So this is kind of nice because I rarely play red-green. So we'll see how this works out. Now, before we actually get to the match,
Yes.
I do want to say, I do want to give, of course, a shout out. So this shout out, and I realize this is now. First of all, weirdly enough, in a previous episode, I gave out a shout out to someone with the username KRiz. And that turned out to be my cousin. Which I didn't know at the time. I suspected maybe, but I was like, nah, I don't think it is. But it turned out to be. So this is going to sound like it's just the only people I give shout outs are family, because I did want to give out a shout out to my niece, Cece. And I wanted to say thank you very much for watching the videos. I'm glad you've been enjoying them. And one of these days I will actually, we'll sit down and I'll teach you Magic. So she is, she's an avid card collector. She's currently collects a lot of hockey cards.
Okay.
And I know she has played Pokemon in the past, which I still have no idea how to play, but maybe soon. But yeah, she's getting old enough now where I think, she'd be able to,
handle it.
Yeah. At the very least beat me at Magic, So yeah, Cece, special shout out just to you. Shout outs. There you go. Okay, Travis.
Yes, sir.
Anything else that needs to be said? Do you have any family you want to say hi to on the video?
No? I might say something at the end of this video.
Okay, sure. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. You can say something now if you want. Let the people hear it.
By the time this is out, my fourth book should be out, should be ready to go. So it should be available for free on Kindle Direct, which is another way of saying it's not for free. But if you want, you can go check out a trailer for the book. I've done trailers for all my books because I like doing really lean, cheesy videos. And you can go to Pearl Place Books on YouTube. Just search Pearl Place Books. There
will definitely be a link in the description to the trailer and to I think there's already a link to your Amazon store in the description. But as well too, if YouTube I think still allows, it's been ages since I've used it. There might even be a direct link up in the corner for you to check out the trailer for Travis's new book, which is called
The Gruul in the Graveyard. It's a zombie book.
Hey,
so
very fitting with your deck. Excellent. Yeah, well, that's great. That's really great.
That's a plug. I just stole his channel and I'm going to use it.
That's what it's for. That's
I'm going to do it at the end.
Yeah.
Where it's slightly less,
I'd rather you do it now because a lot of people don't stick around to the end.
A lot of people skip to the point too.
Yeah, exactly right.
The real people though.
That's what, because someone had contacted me. Very nice. I mean, they were doing it for my benefit as well too. But it's like, you're not the greatest at self-promotion. And it's like, maybe mention liking, subscribing at the beginning of the video. And this is someone who sticks around to the end, right? Yeah. So, they're like, you don't even always mention at the end of the video. And I don't think it did last video either. But so yeah, if you've liked what you've seen in this, and you can make your decision by the end, that's fine. Then, like the video. And if you really liked it, then consider subscribing. So that really helps out a lot. So I appreciate that. Anyways, enough of that.
Yeah.
Enough of that. Promoting our personal projects, which we put a lot of time and effort into. Travis?
Yo.
We have not rolled to go see who goes first, right?
I don't know if I mentioned it. I'm pretty sure I mulliganed, though. But,
oh, that's right, too, yeah. So you're seeing the cards right now. So I...
But if you see my cards...
I did not mulligan.
You know that it was a wise mulligan, and I got a good hand.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Oh, 9.
9.
I can't win. I cannot win the dice roll. 5. Ooh, doubles. You get to roll again. 10, so you crushed me there. So
crushed it.
You get to go first and everything.
Okay. So I don't draw, so I go one first. I'll play an island. I thought you want to put a dun 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 sound there because I don't often play islands on this. I never play islands. And then I'm going to tap that island.
For?
Can you guess?
Is it the corpse? What's it? Oh, no.
Nope, it's the Delver of Secrets.
I was really hoping to pull one of those.
I've seen this card come up in so many Pauper decks and other modern decks.
I have a Delver Pauper deck, yeah.
So much like that Scavenging Ooze, I'd never seen it in action, but I've heard nothing but good things about it.
They bumped it up to uncommon now, though, right? Yeah.
Yes,
so.
but he's still legal in Pauper. Anyway, let's read who he is. Okay, he's a Delver of Secrets. He's a 1/1 for 1 blue mana. Human Wizard. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card. If it's an instant or sorcery card, reveal this way, transform him. And he just basically transforms into a 3/2 flyer.
Yeah.
So you can, like, on turn 2, if you're lucky, you can be attacking with a
3/2
flyer.
It's a great card, and I was really hoping to pull one of those. And
it's in Standard now, so that could, I don't know much about Standard. We've always said that too, but it could shake things up.
I think a lot of it's power creep. I mean, they did make it uncommon instead of common, but a lot of it's power creep because, I mean, we've mentioned this several times. There used to be, I think it was Savannah Lions, and it was a one white for a 2/1 creature, and that was it. And that was a rare card back in the day. Now, if it's a 1-drop and it's 2/1, it also has to be able to do like X number of damage. If this happens, it just, so the power creep of it now is that Delver is now in Standard. It's cool, but it's uncommon. But still, it's because it was printed previously in as a common, or it's in Pauper legal. So yeah. Anyway, sorry.
No, that's so you can see again. I was pretty excited to see him.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see him. And
pretty cool card.
I'm kind of scared because I don't want to have to face it, but whatever. I'm going to play a Forest. Sadly, I don't have a turn 1 play, so I'm just going to pass the turn to you.
All right, so I'm going to start by triggering untap, upkeep. I'm going to look at the card. I don't have to reveal it if I choose not to. I choose not to, unfortunately. But I will draw it.
Excellent.
So, and then I will play a swamp.
Okay.
Straight up swamp. And you know what? Just as a 1/1.
Might as well, right?
I doubt you have a green spell that says target player sacrifices a 1/1 creature that's attacking you.
Down to 19.
Such an awesome opening hand and play and everything, but unfortunately I have no, in theory, turn 2 play, so I'll pass to you.
Pass to me, okay.
I'll keep putting this up there because I do not want to miss that upkeep trigger.
Draw. I'm going to play a mountain. I'm going to tap for 2, including green. I'm going to cast Pestilent Wolf. It's a 2/2 wolf. And I can pay 2 and a green, and it gains Death Touch until the end of turn. So I do have a 2/2, so unless that flips, at least I have something that can hopefully block it.
Power creep.
It's a bear with an upside. I will pass the turn to you.
All right.
It's a bear wolf.
Untap. I will choose to show Duress.
Ooh!
What's Travis playing here, right? Doesn't make any sense playing Duress. So Duress will go into my hand, but since I did reveal it, I will transform my Delver of Secrets into a 3/2 flyer. Seems pretty awesome, but I'm pretty sure you also have...
Now, what does Duress do?
Duress?
I know you haven't played it yet, but that
Duress
has been shown.
Is just evil. Target player reveals his... Pardon me. Wow. Target player reveals their hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. That player discards that card.
Nice.
I will play another swamp, and then Ed's all ready for the Duress. We got something even better.
Ooh.
We got something even better.
Really?
Well, I guess. Let's go to combat.
Okay.
Attack is my 3/2 flyer.
Which I can't block because it has flying, so I'm down to 16.
So he's an insect abomination aberration.
Yes.
Yeah. So then I'm going to tap 1 blue, 2 of anything. For my card that came with it, the Poppet Stitcher. Poppet.
That was your promo card?
My promo.
Man.
He is a 2/3. So you can tell I was so excited to play this blue-black zombies deck. 2/3 human wizard for 3 mana. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 2/2 black slime creature token with Decayed. Also, there is more. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more creature tokens, you may transform Poppet Stitcher, and he basically transforms into this, not a creature, I think it's like a something. It's like a factory. Yeah, it's an artifact. It says, creature tokens you control lose all abilities and have base power toughness 3/3. So they'll lose the decay, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, I may transform. So I can kind of keep transforming back and forth.
Now, you're going to have to explain that to me later on as well, too, just because I'm just still shell-shocked that you got that, not only got that card, but got that as your foil promo. So, man.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. And a quick shout-out to Matt from Total MTG. You've heard us talk about him on the channel a lot. He, I believe, has a deck tech out there for some crazy popper shenanigans, or poppet shenanigans. in standard now. So I haven't checked it out yet, but now that I see this card, I'm probably going to check out that video of his.
He didn't help you with your
No, I didn't
deck
call
here,
him up.
did he?
No.
Matt, you and Matt aren't conspiring behind my back to...
No.
Okay.
I'm done, though. I talk a lot, apparently, when I'm excited about cards, and I'm excited about these two cards.
I can tell you're frankly vibrating with excitement, so...
Well, so my first hand was like 2 lands and like a bunch of junk. So I'm like, I guess I'll have to mulligan. And then I mulligan those 2 cards.
See, it's worth mulliganing sometimes. It totally is. So now it's my turn, right? Because I've already untapped and I'm drawing here. I'm going to play a mountain.
Please don't have removal. Please don't have removal.
You know what? Move to combat.
I do nothing.
Do nothing? Okay.
Do nothing.
So 2.
I'll drop down to 18.
Tapping for 3 to cast Bird Admirer. It is a 1/4 human archer werewolf with reach and Daybound. So it doesn't list on this because it's a special art one, but Daybound, if a player casts no spells during their own turn, it becomes night the next turn. So pass the turn out to you.
Okay.
So at least that can block the flyer. Now, whether or not it's going to live much longer, I don't know, but at least that can currently block the flyer.
I will play another island. Less shocking now, I understand. Well, let's do this. Castled instant at sorcery speed, called Revenge of the Drowned. Target creature owner puts it on top or bottom of their library. You create a 2/2 black zombie creature. So I'm going to bounce that.
How dare you, sir? That's going to go on top of my library?
No, you get to choose, I believe. Target creature's owner puts it on the top or bottom. So I'm pretty sure the way that's worded is you get to choose.
Yes. So I'm going to put that on the top.
Okay.
Because I need some to block flyers.
I will create a 2/2 zombie from this spell, and I'll create a 2/2 zombie with Decayed from Puppet Stitch as well, because it is an instant or sorcery.
Yes. And then what is the conditions when it flips? It flips at what?
When you control 3 tokens.
3 tokens, okay.
Currently only 3 tokens. So that hits the bin. They have Summoning Sickness. However, I will swing through for 5.
Man, this is not going well for me at all. So I'm down to 11.
And then I will pass back to you.
Alrighty. Tap. Draw. Play a mountain.
It's a lot of red, though.
Yeah, I think I still have to do this. I mean, you might be able to bounce it again, but I hate having to spend another turn and not use my mana fully. But I'm going to put the Bird Admirer back out there because at least that blocks the 3/2. But right now, I'm still looking at a lot of damage. So I will pass turn now to you, sir.
Untap and draw. Let's start with Dress. Target 1 black mana. Target opponent reveals their hand. I may choose a non-creature,
Creature. Oh. But you get to see what they are, though, which is also useful information. So
none of them have reach.
None of these ones have reach, no.
Okay. And 3, 4, 4, 5.
Yes.
Okay. So I did cast another instant sorcery, so you do get another.
Yes.
Who will have Summoning Sickness, unfortunately.
And now that is going to transform, but at your upkeep, right?
Yeah, at the beginning of your upkeep.
Yeah.
You may, if you control 3 or more creature tokens.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yep. So what I will do on this turn is I'm going to tap 3, and I'm going to do another instant called Defenstrate.
Oh, we've seen this before.
Destroy a target creature without flying. I will, of course, target.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Makes a whole lot of sense.
Okay. So, 1 card left in hand. That was another instant sorcery, though, so that does give me another zombie. Now, I know that he does not have any kind of red pump or anything like that. He doesn't have mana to get the Death Touch. It's a 2/2. It's a 2/3. This is risky, but this is what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
Oh. So I can either take 3 or I can take 5. That goes unblocked. And the next turn it could be so much worse. I think, because I know that's going to transform, I can't block right now, sadly.
Okay.
So I'm taking 5, which puts me down to 6.
Then I pass to you.
Oh, Travis, I don't think I have anything that's going to help here. Yeah, I don't think that helps at all. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do, Travis? What are we going to do? I am going to play... I'm going to tap for 4. And I'm going to cast the Fang Blade Brigade. A little too late, I think. It's a human werewolf. It's a 3/4. I can pay 1 in a red, and it gets +1/+0 and gains first strike at the end of turn. It also has day bound as well, too. So we'll flip if it ever becomes day, which doesn't look like it's ever going to happen. And when it does, it'll flip into a 4/5. Pass the turn to you. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because upkeep, he will transform.
Yippers.
So untap, upkeep, haven't drawn yet. So he does become this Puppet Factory. Creature tokens you control lose all abilities and have base power toughness 3/3.
Yeah.
So then I'll draw, and then, yeah. There's 3 in the air right there. I can't attack with your artifacts.
Even if I block both of those, I'm still taking 3, 6, 9. So, yeah. Boom, man. That was a heck of a start for you.
I built a deck with synergy.
That card is crazy. I'm super jealous of you. And the Delver. You honestly got 2 of the cards I was hoping for most in my pre-release kit. Now, I'm still happy with how my black-blue deck turned out, but that is pretty nice. So
I only have 1, obviously, in the Delver of Secrets, but I was super excited to see it in my pool. I'm like,
and it's I mean, because as well too, you had so much like instant and sorcery support that you're just like churning out those tokens.
See, and a lot of the instants and sorceries, because the set was built awesome like that. No matter what, they'll create a token. So usually in these decks, they say only have like 5 or something like that instants or sorceries versus so many creature spells.
Yeah.
But with these, I'm able to kind of, even if I don't see the Poppet, they were going to get me a zombie anyway, which I do have other ways to use that zombie as well.
And that is just a general rule. You don't have to, I mean, it's good advice, but you don't have to stick to it because, like you just said, with that deck, it could change things, right? So we are going to see this best 2 out of 3. So we are going to see if maybe I can pull this out and hopefully make this at least a 3-game match right now. And we're back in the second game of what has been so far a blow-up match. Hopefully I'll be able to sort of even things up or at least do a much better showing than in the previous game. But you had a mulligan.
I did. Okay. And you can tell it's not nearly as exciting as last time.
I hope not. And I did not mulligan. So I get to go first because I lost, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to start off by playing a mountain. Going to tap that mountain.
No, sir.
And play the Falkenrath Pit Fighter. It's a 2/1 vampire warrior. I can pay 1 and a red, discard a card, sacrifice a vampire, and then draw 2 cards. Activate only if an opponent lost life this turn. Does not have haste. Boo.
It's still a pretty decent card, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. But this being like a werewolf deck, I don't have a whole lot of vampires to choose from, but still, it is a vampire, so I can actually sacrifice it if I really wanted to. So,
well, 2 cards is...
Yeah. Good. I will pass the turn out to you.
Untap. That was just natural. I'll draw for turn. I will play a swamp. And I'll pass the turn.
Oh, okay.
I would have liked to have, had a really cool
start off guns blazing.
Maybe even that, what's that other one called? The one I played. Duress.
Yes.
That would have been fun too. Instead of whiffing on it.
I play a forest. I'm going to move to combat. Swinging for 2.
No blocks.
Okay, I'm then going to tap 2.
Down to 18.
And I'm going to cast Pestilent Wolf, which you saw before. So we'll read that off again. Travis, I will pass the turn now to you, sir.
That. Played an island. Yep.
Representing both colors.
Representing both colors. 2 of them there. 2 colors. I'm going to pass to you.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to play a forest. And I'll move to combat.
Okay.
And I'll swing in for 4.
Okay. I'm going to tap 2 for an instant called Startle. It's not going to do a heck of a lot in this situation. Target creature gets -2/-no time of the turn. Create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Draw a card. I'll read that off again. It's 2 mana for a common instant. Target creature gets -2/-0 until end of turn. Create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Draw a card.
Wow.
For 2 mana. I mean,
nice.
It's not going to like... It's more I'm get the token and I get another card.
Yeah. Oh,
so,
that's
but then
nice.
I'll save basically 2 damage. I could have used it as a better combat trick if I had creatures. So that results.
I mean, you get to... so this is going to get -2.
Yeah.
And then
you're
going to create a 2/2 zombie
which
creature
notably
token.
cannot block.
That's right. I was like, because if you're doing this pre-block, you could trade sort of thing like that. But that is true, yeah.
But you still get a creature.
And you get to draw a card. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's
if you have a Poppet Stitcher out, you get another. So I'll take 2 from that. So I'll drop down to 16 unless you have some.
No. That's everything there. So I will now pass the turn to you.
Untap, draw, play a swamp. Pretty excited about that swamp. Super happy about that swamp. And at the very least, I'm going to do what I want to do here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to do that route. Yes, sir. Yeah, you know what? I want this out. I want him. Champion of the Perished. Could this pre-release kit got any better?
What is it?
What is it? What is it, you ask? It is the best 1/1 zombie ever. Whenever another zombie enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1 counter on Champion of the Perished.
Holy cow.
I mean, it would have been... I just drew him off of, ironically, that card. Yeah. Otherwise, you'd obviously want that. But I mean...
Nice.
Last game, remember how many zombies I was
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah. I was super happy to see him in the pool, too. Not doing a heck of a lot right now as a 1/1, but, we'll see, won't we? We will see. That was 2 mana. And, yeah. After all that drama, just played 2 mana.
Now you have a free...
I have a free attack.
Yeah.
He's going to be sacrificed, but I'm not doing anything with him, so...
So I'm going to take 2, and I'm down to 18.
Crumble, crumble, crumble. And he goes away. And then I will pass to you.
On your end step, I'm going to tap for 2 green. I'm going to cast Duel for Dominance. Choose target creature you control and target creature you don't control. If you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, which I do not, put a +1/+1 counter on the chosen creature you control. Then the chosen creature fight each other. So I'm going to have this fight your 1/1.
Okay, so you're targeting that.
Yes.
I'm going to tap 1.
So this is currently on the stack.
I'm going to tap 1 to cast Fading Hope. Return target creature to its owner's hand. If its mana value is 3 or less, scry 1.
Nice. So what are you returning? That. Okay.
Targeted, yeah. So, and the mana value was 3 or less.
Oh, to my hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I'm going to get a scry.
Excellent.
Return target creature to its owner's hand. If its mana value is 3 or less, scry.
Sure.
Do I want that? Yes, I want that. There, where it's at.
Nice.
Okay, so this is still my end step.
It's still your end step, yeah.
Okay.
So my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to play Forest. I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
Because I don't think you want to get rid of that, so I'm going to swing in.
I'm not blocking. Any shenanigans?
No.
Dropping again down to 14.
14, okay. Well, let's see here. I'm going to tap for 4. And I'm going to cast the Fang Blade Brigade. 3/4, we saw it before. It's the one where if I pay 1 in a red, it gets +1/+0 and gains first strike at the end of turn. It's also day bound, so I will pass the turn to you.
It is now day.
I don't think so. If a player casts no spells during their own turn, it becomes night next turn. Oh, so it would be,
The second something in, it
you're right.
does become...
So it does become day.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Untap. Draw. I know what I'm drawing.
Actually, now that I think about it, I should put it down here because this is where the turn counter and everything is. So
it's in the no man zone there.
Yes.
Okay. Let's keep this non-blocking thing going. We're going to pass the turn. Oh, it just feels gross saying that. hang on. No, wait, I can't do that, right? Because if I pass the turn without casting a spell, that flips.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter, right? It's like,
it does totally matter. It becomes a huge dude, doesn't it?
No, it's just because of 4/5. No, just to be, just to put your mind, it just becomes a 4/5, and then it has +1 or for 1 in a red, it gets +1/+0 and gains first strike, which is no different. But it also says pay 4 in a red. Creatures you control get +2/+0 until the end of turn.
All right. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and cast an instant at sorcery speed or whatever speed.
Okay.
It's an instant. I can do it. It counts as my turn. Destroy target creature. I lose 2 life. So I'm going to attempt to destroy the dude who would be attacking me for even more next turn. So I lose 2 life. I go down to 12.
Okay.
Past you.
My turn?
Yep.
Untap. I'm going to play a mountain. And I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
Swing in for 2.
Yeah, I got to take 2 more, unless you have anything else to...
No.
All right, so I drop down to 10.
So what I'm actually going to do is, now it's on my second main phase, I'm going to pay 2. I'm going to discard a card. I'm going to discard this forest. I am then going to sacrifice this vampire to draw 2 cards, because you did lose life this turn. So draw 2.
I'm going to regret that.
Okay. I'm going to pay 2, and I will bring out the Pestilent Wolf.
He'll be back.
That leaves me 1 red up, and I will pass the turn now to you.
Untap. Draw. Sigh, he says. He says sigh. All right.
You've been stuck in 3 land for a little while?
Stuck on 3 land for a little while. Just a little while. But, I mean, I got things, stuff's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I just would like to do more than one thing.
And you don't have to worry about anything flipping this turn if you don't cast a spell.
Yep. So, what I'm going to do here is pass the turn to you.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. You don't have to apologize. I'm going to... tap 2 green, and I'm going to cast Bramble Armor. When Bramble Armor enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +2/+1. Normally the equip cost is 4, and this is a piece of equipment.
Okay. When that's on the stack, I'm going to tap 3 for Demonstrate, destroy target creature without flying.
I dislike you a lot. Travis. So this just basically, this is still equipment, so it's still around.
Yeah.
I
wanted to save that for something better, but...
I will pass the turn to you then.
All right. Untap. Draw. Yes. Okay. Now what, though? Okay, I guess we... Swing?
I will take 1, unless there's shenanigans.
Nope, just the 1.
Okay, so
just the 1.
17.
So I'll tap. No, not those 2. I'll tap a black and a white, or black and 1 of anything, for a creature called the Vengeful Strangler. He's a human rogue, 2/1, can't block. Dude cannot block.
Okay.
When he dies, though, return to the battlefield transformed under my control, attached to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. So when he flips, though, he's evil. Enchanted creature or enchant creature or planeswalker at the beginning of your upkeep. Enchanted permanent controller sacrifices a non-land permanent and loses 1 life.
Oh, okay.
So, but I can't just chump block with him because he can't block. Yeah, that's what we do. He's not a zombie, so he does not trigger my Champion that Perished.
Okay. So this is going to seem kind of weird. I'm going to tap 1 red on your end step. Is it my turn now?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
Tap 1 red, and I'm going to cast Play with Fire. Play with Fire deals 2 damage to any target. If a player is dealt damage this way, scry 1. I'm actually going to deal the 2 damage to you.
No, I dropped to
because
8.
I would really like to scry right now. So scry 1. That goes right on the bottom. Right on the bottom, without question, without hesitation. My turn?
Yeah.
Untap. And draw. Okay. I'm going to tap 2 green, and I'm going to cast Tapping at the Window. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. I may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into my hand. Put the rest into my graveyard. It also has flashback, 2 and 1 green. So I'm going to look at the top 3 cards of my library.
Drawing all these cards in this green-red deck.
I may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into my hand. Put the rest into your graveyard. Well, these are 3 lands, so I do get to filter those away.
You've filtered those away, though.
I'm then going to tap for 3, including 1 green, for the flashback cost of tapping at the window. So that's going to get exiled, but now I'm going to look at the top 3. Okay, well, the 4 should definitely go into the graveyard. Now, I can only pick 1. I can only put 1 into my hand, right? Reveal a creature card from among them and put it into my hand. I'm going to reveal Bounding Wolf, which has Flash, it's a 3/2, and it has Reach for 2 and 1 green. I'm going to put the Lambholt Harrier into my graveyard, which I could pay 3 in a red, and target creature can't block this turn. But this is going to go into my hand. So you know I have a Flash creature in my hand, which kind of ruins the element of surprise, but still. That's my turn. I'm going to pass it to you. This is exiled, right? Yeah. I just want to double check because this is a sorcery, so I couldn't have done it at instant speed. So
yeah, I played on the swamp.
Yep,
I did, and we're going to combat.
Sure.
Attack for 3.
Attack for 3. So I'm down to 14.
And then I'm going to pass 2.
Pass to me. Okay. Untap. Sort my land out a little bit.
So it's only when that enters the battlefield. Like if you play a creature that doesn't automatically attach to it.
No, it's only when this enters the battlefield, yeah.
Equip is 4.
Yes. I will pass the turn to you.
Yeah. So I'm going to...
This is my end step?
Yeah, I'm tapping 3 on your end step to play the... this guy, the Nibblegast Intruder. He's a 2/1 spirit with Flash. When he enters the battlefield, up to 1 target creature an opponent controls get -2/-0. Otherwise, it's a 2/1 flyer, essentially. But, I mean, I could keep waiting to use him to better effect, but...
No, makes sense.
He's not, again, a zombie, so no trigger on the Champion of the Perished. Draw for turn. Play another swamp. We're going to go to combat.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Winging away, Meryl.
I'm going to tap for 3, including a green. I'm going to flash out Bounding Wolf. Big surprise, because you knew I had that in my hand. Now, it does have Reach.
Okay. So, pre-blocks.
So that's okay, so that's...
He's entered the battlefield.
He's entered the battlefield.
We're not at blocks yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to tap for 4 for Revenge of the Drowned. Target creature puts it on the top or the bottom of its owner's library. I create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with Decayed.
I hate you so much right now.
So the reason I'm doing this now is because obviously I'm going to keep him.
I'm going to put that on the top of my library.
I get my zombie, which will trigger him. So I finally get another one counter on this dude.
Yes.
All right. So that's still, now it's 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. So now I'm down to 8.
Okay. And I pass to you.
Pass to me. Okay. So I know what I'm drawing. You got 2 black up?
I got 2 black up.
You got 1 card in hand?
Uno, por favor. That didn't make sense. I was more thank you. Uno, senor.
Okay. I'm going to... it's going to seem weird to do it now, but you currently don't have blue mana up, which means if you have a counter spell, you can't counter this right now. So I'm going to tap for 3 and bring out my Bounding Wolf now. And then I'm going to pass turn to you.
Okay. I'll untap everything. Draw. Alright. Gonna go to combat.
Sounds like a plan.
Swinging everything.
Okay. I will... That could potentially grow.
It could grow at instant speed, depending on what I'm going to...
I'm actually going to put the wolf, even though it has reach. I'm going to put it in front of the champion.
You want to block this guy?
No, I do. I 100% do that.
Okay.
Prior to damage, I'm going to tap 2 red. I'm going to cast Stolen Vitality. Instant, target creature gets +3/+1 until the end of turn. If it's your turn, that creature gains trample until the end of turn. Otherwise, it gains first strike until the end of turn. So that's going to be a 6/4 with first strike.
Okay. So he definitely won't die.
Okay, so that actually happened.
Yeah.
Damage?
6.
6.
And he's dead.
Okay, so I'm down to 2. Louise. And this is currently still a 6/3. Okay.
I'm going to tap 1 black for Crawl from the Cellar. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Put a +1 counter on target zombie. Oh, pardon me. He was sacrificed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't have a zombie to put that on. So it does have flashback for 4 mana.
Okay.
Okay. And then I will tap 1 to replay my Champion of the Perished.
Excellent.
And then pass 2.
Pass to me. Okay. Draw. I just want to quickly check my graveyard to see if I have any flashback cards in here. I don't think I
will do that as well because it's getting pretty close. None of these have flashback. They're all pretty good though. To think, man. Instant. Oh, with that pop it out. He sets that bar high.
Oh, there's so many things that could go wrong. But I have to do this now. Well, I mean, you have a blue source still up, right? You have tons of mana.
Yeah. But notably, I believe the only blue counterspell that I know of is, I think, 2 blue, 1 of anything, and then I think
I'd have to pay 4. Which I mean, So if you have it, it doesn't matter. It's going to be. It might as well just be the two blue counterspell of old. I'm going to do this now, or maybe I'm not. No, I'm not going to do this now.
Mr. Sulu.
No, I'm going to do this now because there's less of a chance that you're going to have a counterspell this way. So I'm going to tap for 5.
Yeek.
I'm going to cast Burn the Accursed. It's an instant. It deals 5 damage to target creature and 2 damage to that creature's controller. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Now, I'm down to 2, so I have to take out one of the 2/2s and hope that you can't increase that. So I'm actually going to take out the 2/2 flyer.
So it gets exiled.
It gets exiled, yes. And then you take 2. So still don't like my chances, Travis. But I'm going to pass the turn to you.
That was not cool. We're going to tap 2 for Olivia's Midnight Ambush.
Oh.
Target creature gets -2 to end a turn.
Yeah.
If it's night, it gets -13, and that thing is exactly 2 toughness.
Man, what do you have in your hand, by the way?
Island.
Was that what you had in the hand the entire time? So you top decked that?
I did top deck that, yeah. But, I mean, I had Crawl from the Grave. You know what? That exile, really important, because I would have got that guy back. And because it's 4 mana, so like... And what I needed was creatures.
Man,
look at all those instants.
And the bounce you had to put that stuff back. I mean, I just couldn't get... I actually wasn't doing... And here's the thing as well, too. So, I had to use that one in order to stop the creature for it to die, sort of thing, with the first strike and all that. But I had Defend the Celotus. So distribute 3 +1/+1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 targets. So I could turn this into a 6/4 attack, but you still would have been at that time you still would have been at 8. So you were down to 2. But if I'd been able to just hold on to the first strike thing, it would have been different. But yeah.
And usually I'm against bluffing. I usually just toss that land down because...
But in blue, it's important. Blue is very important. So yeah. I mean, not that it would have changed anything anyways. It just basically changed when I did stuff. Instead of doing
it just put you through undue stress.
Yeah, exactly. It's stressful. It's very, very stressful. So, well, Travis, there you go. I mean, that was not going to 3 games, which is unfortunate. But I really liked your deck. I really liked your deck.
You know what?
And man, you had some powerful
ones.
Cards in there. So
I don't often play with...
I honestly thought this one, though, I thought that was going to grow a lot bigger, a lot quicker. So
that's the goal.
That was surprising.
You know, like, especially imagine how big it would have got with that Puppet Stitcher. Or like, this Startle is okay. -2, -0, nothing great. But I mean, it could win you a combat very easily. Then create the 2/2 zombie and then draw a card.
It seems pretty. It seems pretty ridiculous. Like granted that the one with decay is not that big of a deal, but still it's 2/2. And for example, if this was on the board at that time, that would have got +1/+1. But also it replaces itself. It's a nice little trick, right?
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
And now that I think about it, because you were able to cast it and do 2 less damage I did 2 less damage to that one turn. That technically saved you in the game. So no, this is. I mean, it worked out. It worked out really well for you.
I mean, I was trying to find a way to do that on your 2/1 vampire with my 1/1.
Oh, okay.
Because that would have been awesome.
Yeah, because that would have worked out well. So, I mean, there was something to say for me hanging on to that vampire a little bit longer, but the problem is that I was stalled and I needed some more resources.
See, and I was
quickly
tempted to block earlier because I took 4 from that vampire that I didn't need to. I could have blocked that, and I had that flashback, get a creature back. So I knew he was coming back. Where did it go? Crawl from the cellar. I knew the champion of the parish was coming back at least once anytime for 1 black mana.
Yeah.
So, like, I should have done that earlier. And actually, like I said, how close that game ended up being, that could have cost me.
Bouncing the wolf as well, too, when Bramble Armor was about to hit it. I mean, there were so many things which I would have just been able to do that little bit more damage sort of thing like that. But no, you had, like, the perfect answers in your hand. So that was really, I mean, even though I obviously we prefer if it goes to 2 out of 3, but it's not going to happen all the time. And at least the second game was really good because the first game did a great job of showing off like
how awesome
some amazing stuff in your deck,
or how unfair it can be when you score 1 awesome mythic as your pre-release promo.
But the second game was at least it was somewhat of a back and forth type of thing. I honestly thought I had you that second game,
and everything, you know,
because you didn't have anything as far as creature. You just chip damage after turn after turn after turn. So,
and that's the thing about tempo is chip damage will do it.
Yeah,
flyers and tempo, man. I mean, how many of those? Whenever those blue Planeswalker decks win, it's usually off flying and tempo.
Yeah.
You know?
And conceding. Most people see like a Teferi or something hit the battlefield and they're like, I'm not playing this game. So, but no, that was great. We did, weirdly enough, it never flipped tonight. Not once. Not in either of the 2 matches that we had. It never once flipped tonight.
I mean, beyond the whole global pandemic, which has affected our lives immeasurably, the whole day-night thing of this pre-release had me a little apprehensive about going to a pre-release. Forget the grand event of the...
okay. Just keeping track of it, you mean? Or
yeah, because, I mean, I play with my friends 99.9% of the time. Let's not lie. So to go into an environment, even a friendly one, even a casual, total cash bra environment like that, I'd just be a little worried that I'm going to make stupid mistakes or, oh wait, I shouldn't have done that. I need to go back. And which you don't go back in any kind of play. So it's not complicated, but it's one more thing to keep track of.
It happens. I mean, there was the one time when we showed up at a pre-release and we had been at the bar first. So I was, and it was I guess it hit me a little bit harder than I thought. So, I'm not saying I was drunk, but I'm saying that I was definitely a little bit tipsy at that time. And I tried casting a sorcery as an instant. And my opponent just simply went, that's a sorcery. And sure, I felt foolish, but at the same time, I was also feeling good enough that I was like, whatever. Like, exactly. It happens sort of thing.
I ain't flipping no tables up in here, brah.
And weirdly enough, that same opponent, I remember sitting down and he unrolls his playmat and it was like, one of the mats that was given out at the Pro Tours. And I just looked at it and I was like, really? Come on, man. And I go, oh, wow. You're on the Pro Tour? And he's like, oh, no, I got this off eBay. I was like, okay, he still beat me. But still, at least it wasn't like, it was like suddenly sitting across from like Brian Kibler or something like that, where you're just like, okay, well, this was, it was fun coming out. So, but yeah, that's my story of
not playing a pro.
The foolishness that you can do when you, and the thing is, the few times, and I'm like you as well too, 99% of the time I'm playing against friends. Yeah. But the few times that I have played in a pre-release type event, the opponent's I've never run into an awful opponent. Luckily, I've run into an awful player who I wasn't playing, and I almost said something at that time because I wasn't even playing that game and I was getting annoyed. But at the same time, it's like there are judges for that. You know what I mean? And they're the ones that are supposed to be dealing with that. And so you can alert someone to it, but it's very, very difficult when someone's just acting the fool and you're just like why? This is not the Pro Tour. This is not, again, the stakes can never be lower. Yeah. It's just a pre-release event sort of thing. But again, I've been lucky enough to never actually face an opponent like that. I've lost horribly. Yeah. But they've, and they could have easily made me feel foolish. But no, pre-releases typically, in the few times that we've gone, have been decent experiences.
Yeah, the only issue used to always be like, if you wanted to do it, it was like kind of like an overnight, midnight thing, or a Saturday, Sunday, and we're usually working a weekend. Yeah. So, pardon me, we did too many of those midnight ones. It's like, I can't do this anymore. I'm not. You were probably still in that kind of a time schedule.
I would have been fine, yeah, but I mean, it's just also, go to the bar after maybe or something. Like, don't show up after you've had a few drinks. But
because I had to pee a lot. So when you're trying to make smart players, you're like, I concede. Can I use your really disgusting, awkward bathroom that's open to everybody? Oh man, it's terrible. It's like, there's a door. I'm just going in here. Everybody stop looking. I'm just peeing.
There's a door though that shuts.
There's a door, but it's still like 100 guys playing cards.
It's not like there's a urinal in the center of the pre-release.
So yeah, for whatever reason, I'm like, okay, we're doing this.
Yeah.
This is the moment. Instead of like having to sneak off to the corner and get the key. The dangly thing.
And honestly, now with the pandemic and everything like that, it's just, I mean, it gives me another excuse not to interact with other human beings. Though, weirdly enough, I've reached the point, and I'm a huge introvert. I've reached the point in the pandemic where I would definitely go to a pre-release just to sort of like have a mild interaction with people, or a convention or something like that. But at the same time, you have to be safe. You have to worry about that sort of stuff. So, especially depending on where it is and what the regulations are and stuff.
And what's going down. Like.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So, but I'm looking forward to what seems to be upcoming normalcy, that hopefully we'll be seeing in the next year or so. So that I'm kind of looking forward to. I think that's good. I think we talked a little bit longer to sort of pad this so that it's not quite short from after you shellacking me 2 games in a row. So,
I built the deck with spells, not creatures. I'm just impressed now.
I'm so happy that you built a Dimir deck. I feel so good that you did that. And then this just proves that I'm not meant to play red-green. Someone asked in the comments, I can't remember if I answered. I'll have to check it out and answered. They asked how we determine what decks we play. Like when we do challenger decks and stuff. And it's typically the only time I think we've ever had a conflict. And it wasn't even a conflict. It was just we wanted to play the same deck. Was
Simic.
Yes.
The Simic Guild Kick. So I was like, ooh, Simic. I was, at that time, really into blue and green and stuff. And I was like,
that was the only time that we've been like, oh, we both want to play that one. But typically, we both sort of like are attracted to different types of decks.
Yeah.
So we just typically pick the deck that we like the most, and we never usually have an overlap. So consider your question answered, though I probably have already answered in the comment section as well, too. I think that's it, Travis.
Yep.
Remember, check out Travis's new book. By this time, it should be out.
Yeah.
It is The Ghouls in the Graveyard.
The Ghoul.
The Ghoul in the Graveyard, singular, just one ghoul causing the trouble in a graveyard. Check it out. There are links that will take you to both the trailer and to his shop on Amazon. As well, too, if you want to pick up some Brain Pulp merchandise, there is a Redbubble store that the link to is down below in the description as well, too. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.